Hello everyone, welcome to our weekly Facebook Live here in my business page. I'm so glad you're joining me today. I have a really cute project to share with you. I have another Halloween treat. I think this might be the last week for Halloween treats, but you never know. I always may throw in a couple here and there, but there's still time to get those supplies if you want to craft for Halloween. You can shop my online store if you want to get those supplies to craft for Halloween. All right, just a couple of quick things coming up. Celebration, the Christmas season is here for celebration. So this month's celebration, Paper Pumpkin. This month's Paper Pumpkin is going to be this kit up here. That is the Harvest Paper Pumpkin kit. Haunts and Harvest, I think is what they're calling it. It's 12 treat boxes. That's all we know. You get an ink spot, a stamp set, of course. Now our upcoming, I'm assuming this is going to be October and November. October and November are generally Christmas themed. Sometimes the kits actually coordinate with each other. I don't know if they're going to be cards or tags, but I got this in my recent Stampin' Up order, so I wanted to share it with you guys. So just maybe a little sneak peek of what's coming for October and November, probably. So if you want to subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, though, it's a great crafting kit to get in the mail. You have to subscribe if you want September's kit, though. You need to subscribe by this Friday, the 10th, and the link to subscribe is in the video description. All right, guys, celebration. We're running out of time. We are in our final month of celebration. Celebration ends September 30th. That means you need to earn all of your free celebration items by September 30th. After September 30th, these items will not be available for purchase. And after September 30th, this kit special goes away. And when you purchase a starter kit for $99, you get to choose any one of these bundles for free in your kit. The kit's $99, you choose $125 in product that you want, and then you choose which bundle you want added for free in your kit. So it's a great special. And if you want to learn more on Celebration, you can join me on Celebration Sundays in my VIP group. I will be live this Sunday in my VIP group, and I think we're going to be using the, the Textures and Frames stamp set. I actually don't have the project planned yet, but I think that's the one we're going to use. Okay, guys, I have 2 classes to go right now. Registration is up for 2 classes to go. The September Card Crate, this registration ends on Friday, so make sure you head to my blog. There's a link in the video description to check out September Card Crate. It features the Symmetry bundle. It's a gorgeous bundle. You're going to get 5 cards in the supplies for 5 cards in your class kit. It also includes $20 in products, which includes a whole package of the note cards and half a package of the Sweet Symmetry DSP. So you're going to be able to make a ton more cards. So it's really up to you how many cards you want to make with this kit, but the possibilities are there for you to make at least 20 with those note cards. Okay, I have another class. This is my World Card Making Day class. World Card Making Day is Saturday, October 2nd, and I will be doing a class in my VIP group. Basically we're going to make these cards. We're going to go through them one by one, and we're going to make them all. So it's probably going to be a longer Facebook Live, but I will be doing that class in my VIP group. And if you want to stamp along with me, you can actually get that class kit. Registration for that ends on September 15th, and details of that are on my blog. The link is in my VIP group, or in the video description. Man, you guys, what is going on? Words. Okay, this is what we're gonna make today. Hopefully I can stamp better than I can talk. Isn't it cute? So there's a little tapered end at the top, so it kind of looks like a teeny tiny little milk carton, a little skinny little milk carton anyway. But I think it's just super cute. Now inside here is a mini kind bar. So I actually had somebody request this. Hey, can you please make a box for a mini kind bar? And I was like, oh sure. So if you ever have any requests of anything you want me to make a box out of, let me know. I'd be happy to try to figure out a fun box for that. But this is what we're going to make today. Now you don't have to make this Halloween themed. Of course you can make it any theme you want, and I'll actually show you an alternate version to a Halloween one in just a minute. Okay, but let's get started with our stamping. We're actually going to stamp first. Normally we score our box first, but we're going to stamp first because I want to stamp the box, and it's better to do that before you add those score lines. So you need a piece that is 6.5 by 5.5, and that is sized specifically so that you can get 2 per piece of cardstock. All right, I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Pure Snap because we are stamping with some, let me fold this over, we're stamping with some photopolymer stamps that are more solid. Those more solid photopolymer stamp sets, you need that extra cushion. So Highland Heather ink, Highland Heather cardstock. We're going to start with the little witch's hat, And I am using, I didn't even tell you guys, I'm using this stamp set. This is the Clever Cats stamp set. It's so cute. I love the little personalities on these little cats. So this is in the holiday catalog right now. You can get it. So we are going to stamp this little witch's hat all over. Everywhere, just kind of stagger them around. You can move the stamp or move your paper. You just want to kind of get them going in all directions. This is going to be the bottom, so I'm not worried about making sure the bottom is completely inked up. So just work on getting everything else inked. All right, almost done. I just want to do it. Okay, I think that's good. All right, so set your Highland Heather aside. We're going to come back to this ink in just a second for our greeting. I'll pull this in so you guys know what we're making. All right, now for the little bats, I want to do little bats. And so I've actually mounted the 2 bats that are in that stamp set on one block so we can stamp 2 at a time. And I'm just going to try to like nestle them in between the hats. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but just kind of try to get them at different angles too. Just trying to nestle them in there. Okay. Here we go. Just a couple more. One down here, a couple more over here. Need some bats over here, and one up here. I think that's maybe one down here. Okay. Remember, this is gonna be the bottom, so I'm not super worried about getting that completely covered. But okay, so that's our stamping. That is our this is gonna be our box. Now, if you didn't want to stamp the back of your box, if maybe you want to cover it in DSP, that's fine. You can skip this step and move straight on to the scoring, which is what we're gonna do now. So pull out your Simply Scored. Of course, okay. We're actually going to score on the 5.5 inch side first, and you want the bottom facing to the right. Okay, so this is my bottom edge. I want it on this side. We're going to score first on the 5.5 inch side. We're going to score at 1/2 inch, at 1.5, and at 4.5. All right, now you're going to turn it, and you want to turn it so that your stamping is facing the right direction. Oh, I'm not in the camera. All the measurements are in the video description. They'll be on my blog tomorrow. But you want this 1/2 inch score line right at the top. Okay, so on the 6.5 inch side, we're going to score it at 2, 3, 5, and 6. Then we're going to come in and make a couple of marks, and only down to that 1/2 inch score line. So at 2.5 and at 5.5. So I'm only went to that 1/2 inch score line. All right, that's it. That's it with this. Simply Scored anyway. We need to make a couple more score lines, but those are going to be easy. Okay, score or fold and burnish on those complete score lines. Don't worry about those half ones right now. Those are not for folding anyway. Okay, so did I get all those? I didn't get that one. Okay, so we have those 1/2 inch score lines right here, right there, those. And so what am I getting? I'm getting my ruler and then my take your pick tool with the scoring end. And I'm going to go from the bottom of that score line down to the corner of that box. So right here where these score lines intersect, that's where I'm scoring to. So I'm just making a little triangle. I've done this quite a bit in boxes. So from that score line down to the corner on both sides. Okay. So I don't know if the camera will pick that up, but there are little triangles now. All right, let's do some trimming. So we're going to start with the bottom. This little tab we're going to cut off, and we're going to notch in on those squares. Let me cut this a little bit more. There we go. So cut your little 1/2 inch panel here that's on the side. Cut that at a little angle. Then we're going to cut our tabs at an angle and cut straight up the rectangle. All right, this way. Cut that tab, angle, and there. So that is the bottom of our box. Let me get all that out. That's the bottom of our box. Now don't worry about these little tabs. They're going to be inside. Nobody's ever going to see them. All right, now the top of our box, we have that rectangle between those 2 triangle score lines that we scored. We want to keep that one. So I'm just going to cut along either side of those score lines. That we want to keep this rectangle. Everything else, I'm actually going to turn it over so I can see better to cut off. Everything else we're going to cut off. So we're going to cut off that corner And we're going to cut all the way along this side too. So those little score lines we made, those are just cut off. So this is what it should look like. Now I'm going to bring in a couple punches. I have the Detailed Trio punch. We just want to round these edges, so I'm just going to fold this all the way over. Get that nice and squared away in that punch. Around that corner. And do the same on this side. Now if you don't want to use a corner punch, you can just notch those little tabs in. That's fine. It just helps it go into the box a little easier. And I do want to add a little thumb notch. I didn't add this at first, but it really does make a difference when opening your box. It really makes it a lot easier. So this is 2 inches all the way across. I'm going to mark it at 1. So this panel is 2 inches in. Marked it right in the center at 1, and I'm using a 1/2 inch circle punch. This is actually retired, but you can use really any punch that will give you just that little tiny notch. All right, so this is your box completely trimmed up. All right, these little diagonal ones, we don't need to burnish them or anything, just kind of give them a little helping hand so they know what direction they want to fold in when it's time to fold. So that's it. All right, let's get some tear and tape. We're going to adhere all this down. So tear and tape all the way along that edge, that 1/2 inch edge on the side. Then I'm going to flip it over, and the side with our rounded top, tear and tape on the bottom of that, that's our front. Okay. So let's get our tear and tape off. You should be able to just fold that on the second score line, and this should all line up just like that. Perfect. Little tabs will fold in that back, and then we're gonna fold in this front piece just like that. Okay, so these will pinch in. Make sure you add your treat. Now this is a pretty good size. I mean, it's 1 inch wide by 2 inches deep, and it is, I think, like 3 inches tall. So, I mean, it'll hold quite a bit of candy. There you go. Perfect, right? So cute. Okay, let's get to decorating it. Now you can even modify these directions, make it bigger if you wanted, smaller. All right, let's do some stamping. Where's my Stamparatus? I wanted, hello. I'm stamping my cat with my Stamparatus. We're gonna start by stamping him because I wanted him a nice deep black, but stamping him with Memento the first time just didn't give me that, so I put him on my Stamparatus, and we are going to really get some good coverage with it. So I already have a piece of paper on here. I have my cat already mounted. So we're going to go ahead and close that, give it a good press. And my magnets are holding it down. So you'll see that that doesn't give like super great black coverage. So we're going to go back. We're going to do it again. And this should give us that nice black cat that we're looking for. Perfect, isn't it? So great. Okay. We're done with our Stamparatus. I'm going to move that out of the way. So we have our cat. I'm going to stamp the greeting along the bottom of there. We're going to trim that out. So I'm going to get my Highland Heather ink back out. Now the greeting is actually from this stamp set, from the Cutest Halloween stamp set. I'm using the Treat Yourself. The greetings in the Clever Cat stamp set are super cute. They just didn't really, they're kind of larger, and they just didn't fit anywhere on the box that I liked anyway. But you could absolutely use it on the box if you wanted. Okay, I'm going to pull this down so I can stamp it. Just stamping it right along the edge. So we're just going to trim that out. All right, so I'm going to set that aside. We have a couple more things to stamp. We need to stamp our broom. So I have another just scrap piece of white here, and I have my broom stamp. And I'm going to stamp it once in crumb cake. Okay, we want that wooden handle, and then I'm going to clean it. Get my scrub out, my Simply Chamois. I'm just going to clean that off, and then we're going to stamp it again in Bumblebee, but we only want the little bristles of the broom. So I'm going to pull out my Bumblebee ink, and I only need the bristles. So just ink that up. So that is our broom. Close that. We're done with the Bumblebee. Now I have already done some pre-stamping. I used a lot of stamp sets, guys. I used the To the Moon stamp set just for this big moon. I stamped that on So Saffron cardstock with So Saffron ink. So that is ready to go. We're going to actually die cut that in a second. All right, now your broom and your cat, there are no dies, so you need to fussy cut them. But I do want to show you how I cut out the broom real quick. So the crumb cake broom, I did not worry about those little bristles. You just cut them all out. So I'm not going to do the whole thing, but you guys get the idea. So don't worry about those bristles, just cut it out. And then I just cut it straight along, just like that. So you don't need the whole bottom of the broom, because the bumblebee broom is the one you're really going to fussy cut. And then you're going to place that bumblebee piece right on top, and I'll show you guys the finished one. So you see I fussy cut that bumblebee handle, or the bumblebee bristles, and put it right on top of that handle. And so that crumb cake piece is all hidden behind, so you don't have to worry about trying to get too detailed with that crumb cake piece. Now the cat you're going to fussy cut too, but of course through the magic of television I'm not going to make you guys watch me do that, so I've already done that. But let's trim out this greeting. Okay. Our greeting trimmed out. I'll save my cat. All right, now we just need to do a little bit of die cutting. So I have my moon. We're going to die cut that with some layering circles dies. And then I have a piece of black glitter paper, and this is going to be die cut with the Hippo and Friends dies. I'm using this medium size kind of square one. And then my my circle comes from the layering circle dies. Okay. So let's get out our mini cut and emboss machine. We're going to use this guy today. All right. So plate 1, plate 2. I'm going to use a little bit of tape just to hold my circle in place for the moon. And it's slightly smaller than the stamped image, the die, so just as long as you get most of the moon cut, it's good. All right. I'm going to stick this in. We're going to get both of these at once in our mini cut and emboss machine. All right, there we go. Fold this guy up out of the way. It's a fantastic tool. Love it. Pull out our pieces there. Now, with the black glimmer paper, you're not going to really be able to see the stitching. This die does give stitching, but with the glimmer paper, you're not going to see that. And then we have our moon. Perfect. All right, we are ready to layer this up. I just want to finish trimming this. Just cut around the words, just like that. Okay, so let's bring our box in. And I'm going to stick the moon directly to the black glimmer piece. So let's start with that. Just a little bit of liquid glue. I like liquid glue for glimmer paper. And this glimmer paper too, this is in our holiday catalog. It is nice and thin, and none of the glitter comes off, so it is fantastic. So I'm just going to stick that on, give that a second to dry. I'm going to glue one more time. We're going to stick the broom on with some liquid glue too. You can use glue dots too. I'm not going all the way to the edges. They're going to hang off a little bit on each side. But I'm just going to push that onto the moon, just like that. Okay. We're done with the liquid glue. The rest is done with dimensionals. All right, our little cat. I'm going to do a couple of dimensionals on the back of him. He's going to sit right on top of the broom, just like that. Now I'm just going to cut a dimensional in half. You can use a mini dimensional if you want, but I just want half a dimensional on the back of this one, just along the treat side. And then a little bit of glue on his tail right here. And that will hold our greeting in place. So just line that up. Treat yourself. Cute. So cute, right? All right, now onto our box. I'm going to put my dimensionals right onto the box because this is going to hang off on the side, so I don't want anything overlapping the bottom. This goes right on. Super cute. Now you can always embellish it with rhinestones or ribbon or whatever, but I think that is super cute just like that. Isn't that adorable? So it holds a mini kind bar. So let me show you a different version if you don't want to do Halloween crafting. I made this one. Now this one could be for Christmas. You could add a Christmas greeting. This one, I just thought this would be great for fall or just the Christmas season. And so the stamps I used on this one, I used the Christmas season. You guys know I'm obsessed with this one. I love this one in the holiday catalog. And then my greeting is from the All Squared Away. It is this one down here. So just another version. They're the same size, but I love this one for Halloween. So cute. So these would be great to hand out at work. I've made 20 of these little boxes. I'll be handing these out at my class this weekend. So if you have any questions, let me know. If you need to shop for any supplies, please use my host code. All orders will receive a PDF with 3 exclusive projects. If your order is over $50 or more, you're going to get the Make and Take kit that coordinates with that. Plus it's celebration, so you don't want to miss out on earning those celebration products. And if you're watching this on Facebook, please share it with your friends. If you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you guys on Sunday in my VIP group for Celebration Sunday. All right, guys, have a great day. Bye.